Hey everyone, welcome to this new video in which we are going to be discussing about FastEmbed, which is a very fast library to produce embeddings for your text data, image data, or any kind of data that you might be having. Now this library is really nice for those folks who are low on budget, who don't want to spend not in terms of money but in terms of time to produce embeddings using packages like PyTorch or TensorFlow. So this package offers you a very lightweight alternative to PyTorch or TensorFlow or sentence transformers, although those same models can be accessed using FastEmbed as well. And it happens because it allows you to produce embeddings using ONX environment, ONX runtime, which does not depend on PyTorch or TensorFlow. So I hope you are excited. Let's dive in. So let's start by creating a new folder. Maybe name it Fast Embed Demo. And let's start by creating a virtual environment. So virtual environment is ready. Now we can activate it. And after activating it, we just need to install the FastEmbed. Okay, so FastEmbed has been installed. Now let's open a new Visual Studio notebook. Not notebook, but a new Visual Studio instance. So what I'll do is I'll create a file for demo.py. Now let me briefly talk about why FastEmbed is nice. As the name itself suggests, FastEmbed is fast. And why it is fast? It is specifically useful for those people who have low budget computers and they can't install PyTorch and those high-end packages, because installing PyTorch requires, first of all, PyTorch kind of works better with GPU, although they have CPU support that is slow. But if you install PyTorch or software like TensorFlow, it will install GBs of packages, and that's where FastEmbed comes in. And what FastEmbed does is it uses ONNX runtime, and that ONNX runtime is not dependent upon PyTorch or any such large packages like TensorFlow, PyTorch. So that's what this allows us to do, and it allows us to produce embeddings really fast on low-end computers and on CPUs, and even GPU support is given. For GPU, you need to download an entirely different package. Now let me show you what are the different embedding models which are supported with this package. You see this is a list of about 25 packages, 25 pre-trained models which are available with this package. Now one thing which, and by the way, this is all text embedding model, and FastEmbed supports text embedding, sparse embedding, image embedding. Okay, so all these different type of embeddings are supported, and it also support bunch of sentence transformer models. So there is a support for variety of different models. So let's see a quick demo. So what I'll do is I'll start with this one, and then I'll probably look at some more higher quality models. So what I'll do is I'll import from FastEmbed, import text embedding. Okay, let's create an embedding object which is going to be text embedding, and here we need to provide the model. Let's provide this model name, and now we are ready to use this model. And let me create some dummy documents. So I'll probably start with maybe some random document like the GDP of USA is rising at 5% year on year. Okay, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but yeah, so this is what I'm trying to use for embedding production. Now there is a method that this class provides, and that is encode. And this encode you can pass although I should probably check, yeah, embed, not encode but embed, and you can pass this documents list here. Now when you create this object, you don't necessarily start getting the results, and that's where fast embed is really intelligent. It does not produce embeddings right away. It is a generator. Only when you start consuming this generator, this embedding model gets called. Okay, so now let's try running this script. So I'll do python demo.py. Let's see. Obviously it will start downloading the model first. Yeah, this, so model is being downloaded, and the model size is 66 megabytes, and this model is a ONNX format, which makes it really fast and run on any kind of system. Okay, so you saw these errors, but those are not very important for our use case, so we can ignore that. So you see, this is the list of the embeddings, and we could have also checked the shapes and all. Okay, so yes, so this is how we use fast embed using text embedding. Now using image embeddings is similarly as easy as producing text embedding. So we can just import one more you can say class for image embedding, and let me also import sparse embedding. So for the same class, so let's embedding text, and let me say here sparse, and also I can maybe I can create a image embedding class as well, and the format looks exactly the same. Instead of documents, you pass the images. Okay, so this is dense text embedding. Okay, text embedding provides, and then we have, okay, text embedding is done, and then we have sparse text embedding, and by default it uses Splade++. So sparse text embedding, so I think I should have used sparse text embedding. And if you don't know what sparse text embedding is, it is just, what it does is it creates a dictionary of your documents, and then it creates a indices versus float kind of representation. Okay, so values are basically representing the feature corresponding to the indices, and indices corresponds to the index of the term in your vocabulary. Okay, so you have got all sorts of different embeddings models that you can potentially use. And one of the nice thing which I like, although you might not be interested in this particular use case, but I feel this goes very well with Quadrant. And in fact Quadrant, this package has been open sourced by Quadrant itself. So Quadrant, if you don't know, is a open source tool for doing vector search and doing vector search databases. So that makes it really well, and fast embed package goes and integrates very well with Quadrant. So that makes it really easy, and that makes this package even more exciting if that is what you are interested in. Okay, so again, the purpose of this video was to just showcase and show you how we can use fast embed, but then we can take these embeddings and take this application to the whole another level, which could include maybe things like adding a semantic search capability, which can easily be added by implementing a cosine similarity functionality. And for that you will need a bunch of documents. You need to embed all those documents, and then implement a kind of you can either implement a API like endpoint, where if the API is hit with a query, it will return top matches, or you can create a UI like interface which can basically which lets user enter their query, and then it returns the topmost matches. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you want to see more stuff with fast embed or Quadrant. Thank you so much.